Hello and welcome to another video in Power BI on the channel. Before we begin today's video, I first need to thank all of you for the support and the subscribers and the likes and the views I'm getting on my channel. Thank you so much for that. Today's video is going to be another design video in Power BI, dashboard design. Today's design will be related to customers response campaign. We have a data set that contains the data of a survey that were conducted by a website, e-commerce website, uh, on particular different responses and the campaign that they have run for the products. So we have the data. It has all the basic information as income, their marital status, education, last purchase, the amount spent on different products, and some other data as well, and some binary fields or some Boolean field that tells us the how and when they responded based on the campaigns that were run. As you can see, there are many different columns for a campaign, accepted campaigns, and it will provide zero if the person didn't respond on on the third campaign, or the first campaign, or the second campaign, and one for when he responded on a particular campaign. So let's get back to the report view. Don't worry, I will be going to be sharing this file, which will include the data and all the dashboard design, as well as the link to the data set where I got it from the Kaggle.com. So don't worry. So this is what we are going to be creating, this dashboard design, a simple one, but elegant and a modern design with different colors and different ideas for the dashboard and how we can visualize this data into something that provides some information. So let's begin. We have our page, and let's begin with just starting with the background. Let's go and copy this background color that we use in this. So again, don't worry, I will be going to be sharing this file so you can have all the data, all the design template or anything you want to see for yourself. So without further ado, let's go and begin. Let's reduce the transparency to 0 and get the color. I'm just going to copy some colors from here so that we have some colors. Now let's see the color, shape, style, colors. Yep, this color and then this one as well. And let's copy this one as well so that we have all the colors for our shapes. Let's go and use the rectangular shape, style this out with this color, and we're going to put it here just slightly from the edges. Let's get rid of the border. We don't need the border. We're going to be increasing the transparency to 40%. I'm going to copy this 4 times and place them here. I'm maybe going to reduce the size of it as well. Let's go back and decrease the size because it's a bit larger than I want it to be. Now I'm going to copy and paste them. Let's place these here so that we have our stocking design. I'm going to change the colors for these two. Now let's again copy and paste these here so that we have our second line of where we're going to be putting our visuals. Let me just see how much we have here. Yep, let's just go and see the height and the width for it so that we are accurate. Okay, so now let's just change the color as well. I think it was this one. Yep. Just reduce the size, maybe increase from the bottom. Put one here and at the bottom. So here we are. Oh, let's just use the size for this one as well. So yeah, perfect. I think so. But better. Now let's go back and copy some of the texts uh, so that we have them. I'm also going to be copying some icons that I have used in this dashboard. You don't need to be worried about it. I will be sharing the file so that you guys have it with you. Let's adjust them. Yep. Okay, so we have it. Now from here on, I will going to be just copying the text for it because text is, but let's go and create those instead of just copying them so that you guys have an idea of, because we are trying to build it from scratch. That is the basic idea for it. So let's go with the number of responses. Let's select this, change the font to Comic Sans MS and increase the size to 12. And we're going to be going to the property effects and turning the background off. Also going to be changing the font color to white, and let's readjust this slightly right here. I'm going to copy this text. It let me select it. Yes, there we go. Let's paste it here and run it the next one, and it was called average income, and this one is going to be calling number of people. Next thing, we're going to be using the card visual for the numbers that we use and the field from our table, which is going to be called responses. If you can find it, here we go, responses. Now let's go and reduce the size and the font for it. I'm going to be doing 20, change the font to white, sorry, color to the white, and font to Comic Sans MS. Again, this is what we are going with it. Let's go to general effects, turn the background off, and we can have our number. Let's adjust this slightly, and we're going to be copying and pasting them 3 times and the changing the field. Sorry about that. Changing the fields so that we have the particular fields we have want to be using. Let's copy and paste this in here again and use it here. And let's change the fields from the table. Income, we're going to be using and selecting average income, and here we have average income, and we're going to just readjust these so that it looks much better. In the field of this one as well, we're going to be using the ID so that we know how many number of people responded. uh, for our survey that was conducted on the website. Again, I will be sharing the Power BI file, this Power BI file, and the dataset that the one that I use. So don't worry about that. And let's go and add some slices that we had around fourth one. We're gonna be just resizing it, using it here. Let's just reduce the height of it slightly. And what we had was ear of birds. You can have anything you want. uh, if you want something else, you can change it according to what you want. This is just to provide an idea what we can use from what the data I have here. I'm going to change the color to white, background to mm, blue one. Let's go for the blue one. And we're going to be going to general effects, turning it off. Let's go and change the font color for the header to white, and the font color font to, and let's reduce the size of this as well. We're going to be reducing it to 8, and let's just rename it. So we have it here. Let's copy and paste it, so I'll use it for another field. Just gonna increase the size for it. Let's go to general and just increase the height slightly so it is not above what we want it to be. And here we're going to be adding the marital status. Again, you can use whatever field you want with the data you have, more useful field that is. So we have just completed our top row or top bar. Now let's get into the visuals and start creating our visuals. The first one we're going to be using is called funnel. And funnel, I'm going to be putting it here. Let's readjust the size. The field that we are going to be using is basically all the 5 column that survey provides us, the way the customer responded based on what campaign type. So it's called store purchases. When the person came through store and purchased the item or the product, number of web visitors, how when he came, how many visits he did in a month for the web through the web, and web purchases, and when he came, did he purchase it or not? Again, catalog, the catalog campaign, catalog purchase, come back catalog, and last one, deals purchases, based on when they started the deals and if they purchase it through there. So we're going to be just turning the title on. We don't need the title for it. And let's go to the colors. I'm just going to go and just grab the colors from this one quickly. We have all the colors. Let's go and add the colors that we got. Going to the visuals to purchases. This one. The second one is this one. Then this. Then this. And the last one. Let's go and turn the background off, and coming back again, data labels, going to be changing the font and the color to Comic Sans and color to white. For the again, for same for the category labels, we change the font to Comic Sans and color to the white. Again, same with the rest of the field as well. So we have the background, we have the draw funnels visual setup, and it provides us the details for it. Let's go and do the second visual, which is going to be the line chart. Let's add line chart and let's adjust the sizing of it. And so let's adjust the size for it, and after that let's go and add field which is going to be income, and then we're going to change this to average income, and in the x-axis we're going to be adding the education, and let's sort this to this ascending order, sorry, ascending order, and let's go and add the settings for our colors and schema. We don't need the titles, we're just going to be adding colors and the font that we have used throughout the video. Throughout this design, we're going to be turning the title off, effect background off. Now let's go to the line. Let's add the color, this color, and let's add the markers and the data labels turn on as well. We're going to be changing this colors and values as well. It's Comic Sans MS. We have our line visual setup, and we can adjust the so this visual provides us the details based on the average income of education type, based on what sort of education the person has, and what is his average income based on year. This is basically yearly income, so we can see the different income. Basic education at 20K, and a graduate person has a 53K plus average income yearly. So let's go and do the next visual, which is going to be uh, donut chart. We're going to be placing it here, adjust the size here, and adjust the size, and after that let's add the fields. We're going to be adding the number of mm, person who has let's just going to we are going to be adding the fields, and let's just rename it. This provides us the details of people based on status, marital status, that is, to how many they have children and teens. Let's turn the title off, effects as well. We're going to create legend. We don't need the title. Let's change the font and the color. Again, let's just quickly change the slices. And after that, data label, just we just want the percentage of the total. And let's change the color, white, and the font. So we have our third visual, donut chart. I'm just going to reduce the spacing of it, increase it, sorry, to 80 raise to be exact. So we have our donut chart setup that provides us the detail about marriage status and the children and teens they have, and we can see the breakdown through the donut chart. So now let's add our last visual, which is going to be clustered bar charts is selected and added here. Adjust sizing and add our field, which is going to be in x-axis narration status, and we are going to be selecting the amount spent on different products, which is I will just go with it and I'll tell you what it is. And we're selecting just the five status that we want to see, the five narration status. You don't need to see the all of it. Let's go and change the naming. So we can see that amount spent on fishing products is the first column, and next one is amount spent on fruits. The third one is called amount spent on gold products. The fourth one, sweet potatoes, sweet products. Sorry. The fourth one is called spend on different products. It could be anything. And the last one is the amount spent on wine. Now we're going to be adding the font sizing and the colors to our already and visual that we have done throughout this here. So let's go and add and adjust these. We don't need the title. Let's turn it off. We don't. We can go for it. Yeah, I don't think so. We need the legend for it. Need the data label. Just let's turn the data labels on and adjust the fonts and the colors. Let's go and turn the title off, effect is off as well. And coming back to the visual tab, and let's go and change the colors for the products. So we have our all the colors, and let's change the value decimal position to thousands, and yep, that's fine. So we have all our data that we wanted to use, and we have our customer response event. We could have used a different data as well, different field, different columns, but this is just to provide the idea. The main focus was to provide the design for the video and how we can use the customer analytics data, customer response data throughout our video. So again, thank you for watching today's video, today's design. I hope you liked it, and if you do let me know in the comments and let me know what type of design or what type of uh, next video you want to see. And again, thank you so much for the support that has been provided by all of you. I will see you in the next video.